this. All right. G'day. Let's just run through. What do we got here? What time is it? 2:40. Games are about to go. Let's have a quick look at the couple of baseball games. About 67% of the money is on Pittsburgh, and 68% of the master money is on the Padres. Guardians looking like they're shit in the bed right now. So this has got strong money both ways. So we've got minus. This is a horrible bookmaking job. Lead plus 11, plus 10. Plus 11, plus 10, and then lead the other way. Minus 07, minus 11. 10 a.m., 7 a.m., 1 p.m. Okay, so that looks like a play there on the Padres. You can get like plus 8 or 9, it'll be even better. 92% on the over, well balanced on the master chart. Some really good sharp money on the plus 1.5, laying a big number though. On the Padres as well. Let's see this next game. No, D-backs Phillies well balanced. Total 74% on the over, 100% of the master money. Reds, Nationals. Looking at 62% of the money is on the Reds. I'm just keeping an eye on this next the Bourbon Turf Classic at Churchill. I'm on the number 2 Gold Phoenix. Bit over double figure odds. Lost track. 84% on the over for the Nationals, not much on the master. Cubs Brewers well balanced. Majority of the money is on the over, like 92%, and all the master money is on the over there. So Dodgers Braves well balanced. Nothing worth noting on the total. We've got Mariners Rangers. Got 60% on the Mariners, 100% on the Rangers. And solid money on the Rangers. Like plus 120, seeing 18, 19, and 20 still around. So right now that looks like a play. Over 9, you got 65% on the over, 74% on the over on the master chart. Nothing on any of these run lines. Royals, Orioles is well balanced. Totals well balanced, nothing is significant. And then Tigers, Angels, looking at 64% of the money is on the Tigers and 80% of the master money is on the Angels. So again, I wouldn't play into it because when you work out the money line odds converted to the amount of money on it, it's very well balanced game from that perspective. 84% of the money on the over, well balanced on the master side. Let me just do the NBA in that while I'm here in case I'm not in the mood after the Derby. Clippers, Nuggets, well balanced. Master money, well balanced. Currently at 71% of the money on the over, and like 54% of the money on the under. So nothing really there, but and the money line, that's pretty well balanced as well. All right, just give me a minute while we jump into this race. Stop. Okay. Well, sorry. All right, clean jump. Beating around a bit. Run the number 2, who's at the back. It's turf race, that's not a bad thing, but speed's been holding on today a bit, so it's not ideal. Feels like dead last. I'm not hopeful on this one right now. Let's go. Hockey. It's going to have to find some space up on the rail. It's 9 furlongs, so it's got a bit of space to go, but needs to do something. Pace isn't super fast. Jesus Christ. Dead last right now. I mean, the rail's opened up. If you can find room on the rail, find room on the rail. It's getting closed in there. Find room on the rail. Shit, he got boxed in. Find room on the rail. Find room on the rail. Find room on the rail. Come on. Come on. No. Fuck, it opened up for him too. Gonna run 4th. Spirit of St. Louis. It was a short price for me. All right, back to the hockey. Got 74. Fuck, he had us opening on the rail too. 74% of the money on the Avalanche. Master is well balanced. 61% on the under, and nothing worth noticing on the master chart. Well balanced on the well balanced, but same amount of money. Obviously, one's a favorite, and one's. Let me just check the. Yeah, so it's well balanced on money, which isn't necessarily a winning result because you've got X on plus 61 area and then X on minus 85, whatever. God, that opened up for him. Got jammed on the rail. God, come forth. All right, so Kentucky Derby. Let me run through and get my list. So with the sloppy track and the rain possibly coming, it's kind of thrown it in the air a bit. Let me just look at this. So starting at the top, Citizen Bull. I mean, he'll be pushed to the front. The slot will help him with the pace getting, I think, more advantage. It might be harder for the closers. The number 2, Neoquist, I just think he's a mile and a quarter is going to be too long. He should be up on the pace, but he's an easy wipeout for me. Final Gambit, I expect he'll be coming around hard at the end, but I think he might just be too far back. This is a lot of horses in a race, and I think he might struggle to get there, but he'll come charging, is my guess. American Promise is one that it was like 30s on the morning line. Bigger prices. Now he's like almost 10s or 12s. Feels short, but with the weather, it's definitely could be a race where he does well. But look at where is it? American Promise, the race on December 29th. We knew one in the slot with runner-up Publisher, which I'll get to a bit later on. And I think there was another race that he ran well, but he can handle the wet track, so he might be a danger. if I actually look at the charts of Bet Chris in Latam, because obviously we can't offer it for Prime, but we can offer it in Latam, etc. Let's see. Charts. No. He's been come at hard, American Promise, like seriously hard. Someone that was having a good week has actually come in very hard. So he's probably our worst result right now. So I really hope he doesn't perform in the mud. Admire Daytona is the second Japanese horse. For me, that's a wipe. Laksa Cafe, Japanese horse, has had a couple of good runs in slop. May get to the front and just gut this field. He may actually be a really good horse. I'm not letting him beat me. I'm not betting against him in matchups. But he might be right. He might be right there at the end. It is way too short for me on the track. I think he's like 7s or something. I really need to get an updated market right now. I may just stay on sort of till the end. Okay, so they run it. Shit. All right. Yeah, so Final Gambit's like 15s at the moment. Okay. So Journalism's the favorite, maybe just the best horse. Absolute beast. Let me turn this down. Maybe just a beast. I think 4-to-1's it's not a horrible price. I would have to use him in exactas and any kind of exotics. He might be just the best. And Santa Anita Derby might be just the best race, which I'll get to a bit later, with the horse that I really think is overpriced right now. Burnham Square, for all those followers that are on it at 30s, 25s or better. Still like it. I mean, it's 17s, I think, on the track right now, which is still pretty good odds. At the 10s and 12s, I wasn't that keen, but we're on it at big odds. Let's hope it wins. But I wouldn't be backing it at current odds. Grande scratched. Flying Mohawk. Don't know a lot about. I haven't taken too much notice about it. It's not one that I've sort of jumped all over. Hang on, just let me. Where is my notes on Flying Mohawk? As you can see, I've kind of wiped him out. It's not one. He had an okay Derby prep, but that was the same race with Final Gambit, and I'm not a fan of Flying Mohawk. East Avenue, almost wide him. I think it was in the Bluegrass with Burnham Square. So let's sort of watch that race again, and he might have a bit of pace, and he might be there at the end again, depending on how this slop holds up with the pace. Publisher is the horse that I've been backing this week. I think it's way over the price. It was in with Cold Battle and Sandman. If Sandman is 6s and 7s to 1s, there's no way Publisher should be 30s plus. So I'm all over Publisher for this one. It also ran a close second in the mud or slop to American Promise as well, which is much shorter odds now. So this would be a triple maiden win. Horses never won a race. Asmussen's never won the Derby, and he's been in it for a long time. And I think Irad Ortiz is the jockey, which is top level jockey. So if Publisher wins, it'll be a good day. Histastic is one that I've sort of not taken much notice at. It'll be closing as well. If I take a quick look, I think it was the Louisiana Derby that he come out of with Chunk of Gold. I didn't really think it was a impressive prep, and I haven't really played him much at all. Render Judgment, can't have him. Obviously owned by Toby Keith. Past last year, maybe there's some little voodoo magic there from up above, but I can't come Render Judgment. Though he's like 17s or something on the track, and I think he's 50s plus with fixed odds. So, if you like him, then go find some fixed odds. Don't be betting at the track. Coal Battle is interesting and come out of that Arkansas Derby with Sandman. Publisher, looking back at it, he moved too early. If he had held off a little bit, he might have been there at the end with Sandman and Publisher. He could be a sneaky good one, and he's still holding up at a decent price. I think he's mid-20s, maybe he gets to 30s or something, but not one that I'm going to bet against. I think he was a bit underdone for that prep as well, so I would scratch that. Definitely has a couple of slop results. Let me just check. 2 wins on the sloppy tracks, 1 with the John Latif Stakes. Clearly going to like the track by looking at it. Just check. One is broke his maiden like 10 months ago or something as a 2-year-old, and then the Jean Latif Stakes was a good effort too. Sandman will be closing. The biggest thing is with a lot of these horses, Sandman, what's the other one? Sovereignty. Never run on a track like this. They're going to be at the back. They're going to get mud kicked in their face. Who knows how they're going to react? So I do think Sandman will be coming at the end as well. Kind of like Sierra Leone last year. I think that's where Sandman might sort of fit into and capture potentially a piece of it. At the odds I can't come at, especially with those other horses that have come from the same race. Sovereignty, I'm backing against this horse. This is the one favorite that I'm going against. So if it wins, I get beat fair and square, clearly. I think it was the Fountain Youth that it got up, which is where I saw Burnham Square run 4th, had a whole heap of problems. Was a 2-1 favorite, just ran into a whole heap of shit. So that's why I'm definitely on Burnham Square over Sovereignty. I just can't come at it. It'll be closing. It'll be there. I think the trainers, I just can't come at it. If Sovereignty gets up, even in the first 3, I get beat. You just have to take stands at times, and that's it. Chunk of Gold, I know there's a few tip in it. It might just get a good run. Watch for it on the inside, on the rail run, a bit like Mind That Bird or Mystic Dan, how they got up. I think it'll be in the mid-pack. It's maybe one to watch, and maybe it's there. I can't come at it at that price. I know what I'm made to forget about it. Distance problem, whatnot. Oh, and here we go with the Beeza. If you watch the Santa Anita Derby and Beeza, knowing that it's got room to prove and it's coming, there's no way it should be 17-1 at the track. Perfect. Let me. All right. So right now we're looking at the odds and getting back to this. Journalism and Beeza aren't that big apart. One's not 4s, one's not 17s. So I'm going to be all over this 17s at track odds here. It's 10s and 12s on fixed odds, but it's definitely a play for me. It's no way that it should be that much bigger a price versus the favorite. I am playing just a cold exacta on Journalism and Beeza. Maybe they're just the best 2 horses in the race. Maybe the Santa Anita Derby is just the best prep. So I definitely do have that wager. The 2 best preps, I think, is the Santa Anita Derby and the Arkansas Derby, where Publisher, Coal Battle, and Sandman come out of. So it's potentially using those 5s, and obviously I can't leave out Burnham Square with the opinion I've had for months on that one. But right now you're looking at Journalism, 4-1, fair odds, couldn't knock it. If you back it, I don't think you can go wrong. It may just be the best horse in the race. Sandman at 5s, closing with the pace and the track. I think may struggle a little bit at those odds. I'll use it on the bottom, but I'm not using it on the top. Luxor Cafe at 8s, as I said, I'm not wanting this. I'm not betting against this horse, but at 8s, I can't come at it. Not in this race. It may just crush it. May be the best one in the, may win this race, but it's so hard to see what it ran against in Japan, and I just can't come at it at 8s. 16s, 20s, no problem. Would have used it. Sovereignty at 9s, as I said, not touching it. Maybe I'll put it on the bottom of tries and supers, but I can't come at it. American Promise at 11. It's just too short. Would have loved it if it was 20s, 25s. Use it or not. Can't use it. Citizen Bull, Bob Baffert back at the track. Wouldn't it be ironic if after 3 years of suspension he comes out and wins it? The one box is tough to come out of, but maybe the speed and slop just holds on and it just, runs the rail the whole way around and gates to wires it. Final Gambit 15s. Using it underneath, 100% using it underneath. Don't know how it'll go with the turf. The Durf from being a turf horse, but it's fair. 15s. Render Judgment 16s, out of its fucking mind. I don't know who's betting so much money on this thing to get it to that. It's 50s plus with the fixed odds. So if you're going to back this one, go chase fixed odds. I think I saw 16s for top 3. So don't fall into the track here for this one. Beza at 17s. Enormous price. Insane price. So no matter what you do, I would take a piece of that. Burnham Square at 18s, as I said, some of us are already on a bigger odds than that. Still, 18s is pretty decent odds to be getting into. Tistastic 22s, I'm not it's about right. It's fair. Cold Battle at 24s. It's kind of getting to the fair spot. I've got to play Publisher over Cold Battle, which I'll get to in a second. Chunk of Gold 26s. This is where, ever since Mind That Bird and a Rich Strike and a few of these big price horses won, the big prices just aren't where they're meant to be. Some of these should be 80s, 100s, but they're still hovering around that 38, 39. Flame Mohawk 27s, fair enough. Is what it is, should be bigger. Publisher 31s, insane price. If Sandman is 5s, no way in hell should Publisher be 31s. So 100%, as I said, I've been betting it all week. Don't need to take the 31s, have gotten better. Definitely something to use as well. Neoquist, not touching it. Old Almighty, forget about it, should be 100s. East Avenue is an interesting one, as I said. That last prep race with Burnham Square, it was there, so pace slop again, could be up the front, could hold on for a piece, whatnot. And I think, let me just check. Just making sure on this stupid thing, I've got half the screen getting covered. Whenever I move the mouse. Let me see if it comes up here. Just want to make sure I got all of it. So, yeah. Okay, and the last one I missed was Admire Daytona. Forget about it. Not using it. Don't care about it. But 40s at the top price, insane. So that's where I'm at with it. Stone Cold Exacto with Baeza and Journalism. Probably box up a try with Publisher, Cold Battle, Sandman, and Burnham. Maybe do the same for the Super and look for some others on the bottom. But straight up at the track odds, Baeza at 17s, Publisher at 31s, are the two best prices at the track right now. Burnham Square, if you're not on already at the 18s, isn't a bad price. What else did I see? No, I think that was the guts of it. So that's it. Get ready, play some exotics, check around on the matchups. if you bet at Bet Online and you do the math on the futures, they got some horrible prices that you should be all over. Don't know their limits. I don't know what you can get on for, but I think there was the odd and even they just had wrong. There was one if one named horses, two named horses, three named horses. The two named horses was insanely overs. I think even their 1 to 10 and 11 to 21, the dog was just overpriced. Feel free. I'll be watching my DMs and etc. over the bit. If there's any prices that you see there or matchups or opinions or whatnot, feel free to fire them over. Yeah. Let's go get it. Cheers.